So you're thinking about moving to South Central Texas and aiming for San Antonio? In this video, we're going to take you all around the area and show you what it has to offer.
We're going to take you to multiple different suburbs and cities around San Antonio, show you different neighborhoods, different price points, and see what exactly might fit into your budget. And we're going to get started right now. If this is your first time in channel and you would like to know everything about living in San Antonio, then subscribe below, tap the bell for notifications, and you'll be the first to know of the current market in San Antonio, Texas.
We're Brian and Brenda Jones, the proud owners of Lone Star Home Realty. We get calls from people just like you every day. So if you're planning on moving in 9 days or 9 months, reach out and give us a call.
All of our contact information is in the box below, so call us, text us, email us, or even sign up for a Zoom. We'd love to have a face-to-face chat and make your move to the San Antonio area really smoothly.
So let's take a closer look at Cibolo and Schertz, which is just about 20 minutes northeast of downtown San Antonio.
So Brian and I were both born and raised in San Antonio, Texas. That is a rarity nowadays with so many people moving and going from city to city, state to state, but we were both born and raised. I left San Antonio for a very short 3 years of time and quickly came back.
I left San Antonio for even briefer time of like
Never.
3 months while I went to Nashville, Tennessee.
Very short period. We've seen San Antonio grow from a small to mid-sized town, city, but it always has maintained its small town feel.
And it was never a small city when we're not that old.
That's true. We're not going to tell you how old we are either, but it has grown, definitely grown, and we're here to show you around the areas of San Antonio. There's a ton of cities and suburbs around San Antonio that in future videos we'll be going over with you and showing you different homes and neighborhoods and kind of different draws of the areas around it, so you're not in San Antonio proper.
Remember that San Antonio is the 7th largest city in the country, so it's another large city just like most others, but you'll get a good feel of what we're going to show you.
So one huge thing you need to remember about Texas in general is that we do not have a state income tax. Now, we do have property taxes, which people coming in from other states seems like a big deal, huge deal. It is based on your property, your lot size, your improvements on your home, and it definitely is negotiable or
no, the property taxes are not negotiable.
It's debatable. What do you call it when you protest?
You can protest your taxes.
Every
you cannot
year.
Negotiate.
Don't negotiate, sorry. You can definitely probate them, which we highly recommend every year, probating your taxes.
Protest.
Protest.
Protest. Probate. Protest. What's the difference, right?
You can always protest your taxes. You will find that some of the counties are much higher in property taxes than others. San Antonio is in Bexar County. That is spelled B-E-X-A-R.
It looks like it would be pronounced Bexar,
Please
which
don't
is
say
the,
that.
the first and best way to show that you are not from here. So it's called Bexar County. The X is silent. Somebody decided to put an X in front of a bear, and it became Bexar County.
Please don't call it Bexar. That's the first and foremost sign that you are not from here. So Bexar County has a much higher tax rate than some of the other counties around, and we'll definitely point those out in the videos to come. The county that we are going to be highlighting in this video is Guadalupe County. It is just northeast of Bexar County, outside of San Antonio, and we will be highlighting the cities of Schertz, S-C-H-E-R-T-Z, but it is pronounced Schertz,
pronounced just like the
like
shirt.
your shirt you're wearing. And Cibolo, which is C-I-B-O-L-O.
And it's not
Cibolo.
It's not Cibolo.
Which is another
And it's not
sign.
Schertz. It's Schertz and Cibolo. And they join each other.
They
so
do join. They're very much a sister city.
Yes.
Little
but
small
they're
town.
sisters, but they're sisters from another mother. So
and they do
very
compete.
different.
They do compete against each other too. So we are going to be taking you around to Schertz and Cibolo in this video to show you some of the highlights and drawbacks of living in these two small towns. Like I said, they are totally separate towns, but they're very much together.
There's actually 3 significant metropolitan areas in the county of Guadalupe. One is Schertz, one is Cibolo, and one is Seguin, which is further east of San Antonio. And all three of these, plus the rest of the county, is probably comprises about 175,000 people. So the greater San Antonio area is approximately 2 million people.
That's a lot of people.
A lot of people. San Antonio is a very small town with a lot of people in it. That's
Yes.
the best way to describe San Antonio.
Yes. So the school district that Schertz and Cibolo share is SCUC.
Schertz Cibolo Universal City Independent School District.
It's kind of a mouthful when you say
It
it
is
fast.
SCUCISD.
But Schertz has its own high school. It's Samuel Clemens High School. And Cibolo has its own high school of Byron P. Steele High School. And they're very competitive, especially in football. And people, I'm telling you, Friday Night Lights in Texas is a real thing. I know you've heard about it. High school football is like a big, big deal. And Schertz and Cibolo both compete against each other. It's very much a pride thing of which one wins.
So Clemens belongs to Schertz,
Yeah.
and Steele belongs to Cibolo. And Steele is a newer campus.
Now, San Antonio is also known as Military City. We have how many bases?
We have Randolph Air Force Base, we have Lackland Air Force Base, we have Fort Sam Houston Army Base. We also have a training base of Bullis, which is used by Fort Sam. And that all makes up Joint Base San Antonio.
So lots of military are in and out. A lot of people choose to retire in this area. So it's a very, very, very patriotic area to live in with a lot of retired military. Now, Schertz and Cibolo are approximately, depending on where you are, 5 to 10 minutes from Randolph Air Force Base. That is a huge base. And depending...
It's kind of small. As Air Force bases go, it's a very small base.
Okay, well, in our area, it's a big deal around here.
It is a big deal.
And it's 5 to 10 minutes, depending on if you get caught by the railroad. There's definitely a live railroad track that runs. You either love it or you hate it. I personally love it.
Depends on which side of the tracks you're on and where you're going.
I still love it, but it depends on the tracks. If you get caught or not, it can make it a little bit longer. Now, to the San Antonio proper, Schertz and Cibolo is probably 15, 20, maybe 30 minutes to downtown San Antonio, again, depending on traffic.
And where you're going.
And where you're going in San Antonio. The main roadways around Schertz and Cibolo are I-35, which runs north and south, and I-10, which runs east and west.
Or west and east.
Or west and east. Traffic on I-35, I will tell you, can be real hairy. A lot of people right now avoid I-35 at all costs because we are under major construction at the point, which is probably going to be going on for the next 5 years or
So if we back up just a little bit, San Antonio, I already told you, is a city, greater metropolitan area, is about 2 million people. And it's like there's contractors out there going along the highways with apartment seed, and they throw it in these vacant lots, and in 6 months they're leasing apartments. So these apartments are just going up everywhere. So that just adds to the joy of traffic in San Antonio. However, if you work in and around Schertz and Cibolo, or at Randolph Air Force Base, or even further north in New Braunfels, you're going to find that traffic is not as bad.
So you're traveling by air. So we have the San Antonio International Airport, which is about 20-25 minutes away from Schertz Cibolo. They do have some non-stop flights, but not many. We're an international airport, but
the main reason it was called an international airport is they started flying to Mexico,
which is right next door.
And further north in Austin, we have Austin Bergstrom Airport, which is a fairly new airport. It used to be an Air Force base, and they have a lot of non-stop flights and international flights, mainly because they got that capital thing going on for them.
So a lot of people do choose to drive to Austin and then fly out of there and fly back home. We've never done that. We stay home, close to home at the San Antonio airport, but a lot of people do choose to drive up to Austin for that.
If you're really adventurous, you can drive for a couple 3 hours and go to Houston International Airport and fly anywhere in the world you want to.
Speaking of traveling to Houston, so there's a lot of things that you can do, day trips around here. Like I said, there's a lot of suburbs and small towns around here. A lot of them are growing, especially north towards Austin. That area
it's like
going down south our way.
Austin up here, and you got San Antonio down here, and they are just growing towards each other.
Very much so. But we do
or
have...
maybe it's like this, the way you're looking at it.
But we do have a lot of places that you can do day trips from around really anywhere in San Antonio. The Texas Hill Country is absolutely beautiful. Depending on where you're from, we are very proud of our Texas Hill Countries because we have rolling hills. We don't have mountains, except for way far west Texas.
And then we have one.
So we have rolling hill country, which we are very proud of. You have the towns of Greene, which is up by New Braunfels. You have Fredericksburg, which is a crazy place. It's fun. It's full of shops.
And it's full of people.
It's full of people.
On the weekends.
There's vineyards have popped up everywhere in Fredericksburg. So if you're smart and you want to go check out the vineyards, please get the limo bus. They will take you to and from the vineyard so that you're not driving after drinking all the wine that's up there. But you can also go further southeast to Houston to the ports. You can easily jump on a cruise in Galveston. That's about a 2.5-hour drive from Schertz area, San Antonio, and 3.5 hours. 3.5 hours, sorry. 3.5 hours to Galveston. And they have Cruise, Carnival, Royal Caribbean, Princess,
and Norwegian.
And Norwegian are the major ships that go out of the Galveston area. But it's really nice to be able to hop on the highway, get on the ship, go back, and then come back. You don't have to fight the air traffic on getting to and from your destination to get on a cruise. So that's really way cool. Okay, let's go take a look at some neighborhoods in Schertz and Cibolo.
Let's go check it out and see what we'll find.
So we are currently in the neighborhood of Jonas Woods. It's located in Schertz, Texas. It's a very well-established neighborhood. It was built in the early 2000s. You can tell it has very mature trees, which provide tremendous amount of shade in that hot Texas summer. So the home that we're currently passing here on the corner, you can see it is a corner lot. It is currently for sale for $345,000. It was built in 2002. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath home. It has 1,884 square feet, so it puts it right at $183 a square. Beautiful, well-established, has a huge yard, being on the corner lot. It's a beautiful home. We'll see you at the next one. We are still in the Jonas Woods neighborhood in Schertz, and this next home I'm going to show you is listed for $407,000. It is this beautiful white 2-story brick home with a gorgeous manicured red oak tree in the front. It is a 4-bedroom, 3-bath, and it was built in 2003, so 1 year newer, and it's 2,655 square feet. So it puts it right at $153 a square. Again, beautifully manicured yard. That red oak is absolutely gorgeous and is beautiful in the fall. So we'll go off to the next home. See you there. So the third house we're going to take a look at today is still in Jonas Woods. This is a very large neighborhood with multiple size houses, different prices of houses along the way. As you can see, it's again still a very established area. So people do a very good job of taking care of their homes in this area. As you can see, yards are very well maintained. People take pride in living here. So this next home we're coming up on is listed at $519,500. It was built in 2003. It has 3 bedrooms, 4 baths, and it's 2,906 square feet. So it puts it at 179 a square. It is this home here on my right with a beautiful white rock, beautifully landscaped home. And again, it's for $519,500. So again, one neighborhood, multiple price range, multiple sizes of homes, all depends on what you're looking for and what's going to fit in your budget. So a nice little hidden gem of Jonas Woods is called Turtle Park. It is a cute little park area that is tucked away in the middle of the neighborhood for all the residents to enjoy. As you can see, there's all kinds of little playscapes out here. They have benches for the adults to sit here and watch your kids. They have picnic tables where you can bring your picnic lunch out and just enjoy a beautiful day at the park in the middle of the neighborhood. It's a really nice little hidden gem in this area.
Welcome to Old Town, downtown Schertz. Located just northeast of downtown San Antonio.
Schertz is an old farming neighborhood or city that came into being years ago. It's an old farming area. They had a gin. It really grew once the railroad came into town, which we still have a very active railroad here. And you will hear it. We'll be amazed if one doesn't go by here in a minute. But Schertz has taken the old area, the old homes, and have turned them into really nice bars and restaurants, really bringing life to the old main area. We have amazing things happening on Main Street. We have coming up very soon is Moving on Main, which is getting everybody out, getting them active and moving in the town. We have parades. We have July 4th, huge parade July 4th, and a Christmas parade through downtown San Antonio.
Oh, Brenda, look, we've got a purple pig right here.
Pig.
Next to the Purple Pig restaurant, which has amazing barbecue.
If you were here, you would smell it, and it smells so
That's amazing.
Good.
Really, really good.
Great. We also have the Randolph Air Force Base, joint base here, very, very close. In fact, you'll be hearing the sound of freedom going over any minute now, where we have a lot of military base, a lot of military personnel that stay here in the area.
This is an amazing town that has a lot to offer. You won't be disappointed moving to Schertz.
So we're currently in the neighborhood of Turning Stone in Cibolo, and this neighborhood is about 8 to 10 years old, depending on the area that you're in. As you can tell, some of the trees are pretty established, some of them are really new, so it all depends on which of the homes you're looking at. This home that we're coming up to with the 2 smaller trees in the front is currently for sale. It is listed at $465,000. It's 4 bedrooms, 4 baths, and it's 2,883 square foot. So that puts it about 161 a square, and it was built in 2017. So the neighborhood is nice. You can tell today's trash day in Cibolo, but the neighborhood is really nice. It's very well kept, and the streets are good, very clear, and open area to live in. So we're still in the neighborhood of Turning Stone in Cibolo. This home behind me is listed currently for $419,900. It was built in 2012. It's 4 bedrooms, 4 baths, and it has 3,089 square feet. So that puts it at 136 a square. This home is vacant. As you can tell, the yard is kind of unkept, but that's typical on a vacant home. This area of the neighborhood is an older, more established part of the neighborhood. So the trees are a little bit more mature. The homes are a little bit older up in this section, but there is, as you can see, a beautiful view The area in Cibolo is kind of hilly. There are some hills. We're not quite in the hill country of Texas, but it is definitely more hills, ups and downs in the area. So we are off to find the hidden gem of Turning Stone. See you there.
So here's the hidden gem of Turning Stone. We've got this great paved walking path, jogging path. You could ride a bike on here. It's amazing. I'm going to turn around here in a little bit and show you how extensive this is so you can see how pretty it is. It's just amazing. So peaceful out here, and it's right at the end of a cul-de-sac. So you'd be surprised how much exercise you can get on this amazing path. Check this out. See how big this area is. Nice big green belt. Again, it's right off of the cul-de-sac. You can sit here on the bench like I'm about to do, enjoy yourself in this beautiful day, or you can get up and do some walking, which is what I need to be doing more of, and get to see the rest of the neighborhood. So have a great day. We'll see you soon. Hey guys, so here we are in the bustling metropolis of Cibolo, Texas. That's Cibolo, and that's not Cibolo. It is Cibolo. I almost said it.
You almost did it wrong.
I was almost wrong. So here we are in downtown Cibolo. There's lots of activity around here. There's restaurants, there's bars, there's all kinds of
railroad track right there.
Right. And it is a live railroad track. You will get run over if you happen to be on the track when the train comes by.
And if it comes by, we're just going to keep it rolling so you can get the full experience.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Cibolo. So downtown Cibolo, there's a big argument, I guess, in the city of Cibolo about the zoning of Main Street, which this is Main Street we're coming up to. Right now, there's a lot of residential homes further down this way and a lot of commercial on this side, and the commercial is bleeding in to the residential. People are turning the homes into all kinds of little stores and restaurants, and so there's a big fight right now between the city and the residents on what they're going to do with the zoning of this area. So we're going to just highlight some really cool places along here. The one that we're coming up to, which is the biggest, most visible one, is Old Main. Now, this is an old mercantile store, built in the 1920s, and the owner has taken it, totally redone it, and made a bar out of it called Old Main Ice House. It's about 10,000 square foot. It has a huge backyard with tables and chairs. They have a full bar with all kinds of beers and craft beers and wines and
really cool
specialty
place.
drinks. And they also have a specialty shot that you have to come up when the train is going by. You can get it for a special price, but it's only good until the train is continued to go by. So you have to hurry to the bar as soon as...
Unless it's a really long train.
the train.
And sometimes we have really long and slow trains, which could be good or bad depending on what you're doing.
So stick with me on Old Main, please, sir. Old Main is family and dog friendly. Kids are very welcome to be here. It's kid friendly up until I think they say dusk or around 8 o'clock. Then it does become like a watering hole, old time bar kind of place where the parents can hang out. There's TVs out there. They have live music. And on certain days, they do have food trucks come out there, so you can definitely grab something to eat. Now, a little bit further down the road is called the Shops at the Mill. And this is a newer store. Guys, they have homemade ice cream here. The ice cream is phenomenal.
The mill is made up of a bunch of different artists, literally probably dozens, if not hundreds of artists that have brought their wares to be sold at the mill. And it's just a really nice place.
And the ice cream is actually made in Fredericksburg, which I know we have mentioned Fredericksburg a couple of times, at least once in this video. And they bring it in. So it's definitely homemade, fresh flavors, really fun place. And as Brian said, all kinds of goods you can buy, t-shirts, candles, all kinds of fun things.
Here we are at the end of the trail in Cibolo, Texas. And the Rooted Fork, which is right behind me, is a really nice restaurant. You can sit outside and have lunch. You can. They don't serve dinner, so.
And it is breakfast and lunch. I should say. Breakfast and lunch.
It's really, really good.
And next to it is the 1908 House of Wine and Ale. And that's one of the newer bars right here in the area.
The last couple of years.
We've never been there, right? We haven't gone there yet?
I think you have.
No, I haven't. I haven't been there.
You've been everywhere where there's wine.
No, not quite. But that one has also a nice, beautiful area out in front where you can sit out and enjoy. I think they have like small plates, cheese and crackers kind of things for food. But you can definitely sit out and enjoy the beautiful weather and have a nice drink. So, the most famous barbecue restaurant should be, at least in the San Antonio area, if not all of Texas, is Harmon's. And that is on the other side of the railroad tracks. And guys, that place is amazing.
It is really good.
The brisket, they smoke it all. They have smokers out behind their location, and they smoke all of their meats there on property, and it smells amazing.
It's really, really good.
The brisket is just, oh, can you smell it? I just got a whiff of it.
Oh, wow.
The brisket is literally fall apart when you take a bite of it. So tender. It's very comfortable. It's not huge. There's some seating that have a back room in the back, but it's not overly large. But oh my God, you cannot go wrong with going to Harmon Barbecue for dinner. It's absolutely fabulous. Now, we're coming up here to a small Italian place on our left-hand side. It's called Catalano's. It is very small. It has very limited seating. You can eat in or take it out.
But the pizzas are to die for.
Pizzas are to die for.
And they are huge.
They're so good. They have other Italian foods. Really, really, really good. So we definitely enjoy that as well. One other, if you take a look, see the lights back behind us? That's the back porch in the back open area of the Old Main. So very lit up, beautiful area back in there. So one other place we want to mention specifically about Old Town Cibolo is a new place called the Pastry Corner. Now, we were visiting a bakery in downtown New Braunfels, which we definitely will highlight and visit on another video when we're highlighting New Braunfels. But one of the customers in there was just totally bragging on the Pastry Corner, telling us how good the cinnamon rolls were. And the cheesecake, they have a different cheesecake, I think, weekly, I don't think it's every day, that are just amazing and to die for. So we will have to keep you updated on that because we've never been there. But
we will.
We definitely will be visiting. And it is back here, the direction that we are going. And again, it's called, they have tree work out there right now. But it's called the Pastry Corner. And we're really looking forward to going back there and visiting. So I think that concludes our Schertz Cibolo tour of the video tour. And we will be catching you on the next video. See you then.
Take care.